My name's Bill Myers. I'm primarily an author. I write both children's and adult books. With the adult books, I really like to explore the mysteries of God. That's what I do underneath the candy coating. Usually it deals with some sort of supernatural thriller. I write also kids' books, and those are a little more straight-up teaching. Though again, the candy coating is very thick, so the kids don't know that they're being told these radical things like maybe lying isn't such a good idea. They're in this virtual reality sort of video game thing. Every single week now for, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 years, I get together with a group of high school boys. It seemed a real practical way of putting my faith into action. You know, we go through the fun and games and the kidding and the razzing and all of that, but eventually we settle down and then we start to go through the gospel.
Open up your word to us.
The same gospel they've heard all their life, in a lot of instances, and start to strip away all the veneer and start to see what it really says and how to really apply it. So church is supposed to be a hospital, not a museum. And to see their lights come on throughout the evening as they start to go, well, wait a minute, this really is relevant. Jesus really is somebody that can impact a life. That's pretty exciting. But what does Jesus say? Look at it. To get them past studying a historical Jesus and to get them experiencing a contemporary Jesus that is involved in the details of their life today. Each of you pray about a family situation. We made it very clear that nothing outside the circle can be shared with other people. So when the guys are getting serious, the transparency that starts to happen, the struggles that these guys go through is pretty sobering.
And to be constantly renewed in your word. Amen.
Amen. And a lot of times people really get angry at God because, well, I've done it, I've believed. And besides the high school guys, I also every single week meet with a college group. You can't fake it with college kids. They smell party line or they smell propaganda, from 1,000 feet away. So whatever you say has to be real. Well, how come God didn't answer my prayer? I don't know. But you keep pressing in. Most of their peers are out there just flapping in the wind, having no sense of direction and no sense of absolutes and no sense of reality. And to see them start to build upon a foundation that Christ lays, that excites me when I start seeing them locking in on God and saying, you know what, I'm going to give this a try.
Could they have done it before he gave them authority if they had the
I don't
faith
think
to
so.
do it?
I don't think so. For me, it's such an exciting time because, I'm cooped up in my office moving words around on the computer screen. But when I get to work with the kids, I'm working with life. I think we're all uniquely gifted. I think one of the greatest enemies to the fulfilled life that Jesus promises us is fear. As Christians, we think, okay, I got the ticket. Now I'm into the stadium. Now the game's over. Well, that's not why we're in the stadium. We got into the stadium to play the game, and Jesus is down on the field saying, okay, come on down and play. We get saved so we can go down on the field and play. The cross is the beginning of the experience. Or keep seeking and keep knocking and keep asking. And I think so many of us are so fearful we make salvation the end of life, and it should really be the beginning. And of course, we'll see the greatest commitment on the cross coming up when the people taunted him and he asked God to forgive them. That's a lot of love.